In February 2018, Apple released their first smart speaker, the HomePod, at a cost of $449. Just 3 years later though, in March 2021, they discontinued HomePod. However, just a few months before discontinuing HomePod, Apple released the more affordable and smaller HomePod Mini in November 2020. As we get into the unboxing, I'll give you a quick preview of what's in this video. It'll be more of a quick reference guide as we go through setting up HomePod Mini, different ways to manage settings, go through a few different Siri commands and tasks, plus connecting HomePod Mini to a few different devices and apps. But first, what's in the box? Here we have the HomePod Mini. I went for the space gray color. Comes in 4 other colors: white, orange, blue, and yellow. Of course, the all-important Apple sticker, the quick start guides, and for Canada we got one in French and one in English, plus safety and warranty information, and the 20-watt power brick. Setting up HomePod Mini is fast and easy and can be done using an iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. First, plug HomePod Mini into a wall outlet and wait for the chime to sound and the pulsing white light to display on top. With your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch unlocked, hold your device close to HomePod Mini. The HomePod Setup Assistant will start. Tap on Setup on the screen and follow the on-screen instructions. You'll be asked to choose a room in your home where HomePod will be placed. You may also see the request to set up a stereo pair if you have more than one HomePod. I'll talk more about HomePod and Apple TV later in the video. Allowing personal requests will enable Siri to access your calendar, messages, and do some administrative tasks via HomePod. I'll go over some of these shortly. This lets you know that multiple people can interact with Siri via HomePod, and one of the last steps is connecting your iCloud and Apple ID account. Next, you'll be prompted to center your HomePod in the viewfinder shown on your iOS device. If you're not able to do that, tap on Enter Passcode manually, and you'll be given a passcode to enter on your iOS device. Now that setup is complete, let's take a look at some of the basics, starting with managing settings. While you can use your voice as well as some touch interactions to control HomePod Mini, the best way to manage and customize settings is via the Home app on your iOS device. With it, you can set up permissions and invite others to control your HomePod Mini. Give your HomePod a unique name. I'm going to call mine London. You can set up rooms, add accessories and devices like lights and Apple TV, change settings for Siri, download and install software updates, as well as reset your HomePod. With the Home app on your Mac, you can also control most of these settings there as well. Just like asking Siri questions on your iOS device with the command "Hey," you can do the same with your HomePod. So you can ask simple questions like what the weather forecast is in another city. Hey, what's the weather in Cairns, Queensland?
It's currently clear and 22 degrees in Cairns, Australia. Expect mostly cloudy skies.
You can set timers and alarms. While you can ask Siri how many alarms you have and how much time is left on the timer, these don't show in the iOS Clock app, but in the Home app instead. To manually access and modify alarms and timers created through HomePod, go into the Home app, then tap and hold on your device. Next, scroll down to find alarms and timers. Here you can turn them on or off, delete them, or manually create new ones. And you can also ask Siri to play a radio station or music from your library. Hey, play City News 1130 Vancouver.
News 1130 now playing.
Thank you for joining us here on City News 1130, making us a part of your Wednesday.
Or if you just want to relax, you can ask Siri to play some ambient sounds like white noise, forest sounds, the ocean, or rainfall, to name a few. You can also ask Siri to perform some administrative tasks like checking or creating calendar appointments, reminders, and notes. I have some appointments on July 1st, 2022, but I don't remember what they are, so I'll ask Siri. Hey, do I have any appointments for July 1st, 2022?
Yes, you do. All day the 1st of July 2022 Canada Day.
To add an appointment, hey, create an appointment called Family Dinner on July 1st, 2022.
What time is this appointment?
From 18:30 to 21:30.
On it. Your appointment is scheduled on the 1st of July 2022 from 18:30 to 21:30. The appointment is called Family Dinner.
Once the calendar event is created, it will sync across all of your devices. Siri can also connect to your phone to send text messages to contacts in your address book or read out and reply to a text message. And you can make phone calls via HomePod when your iPhone is nearby.
calling 1-800-263-3394.
Apple support.
Pour le français, tapez 9.
Calls are required for evaluation
And
to
phone
train
call.
personnel and improve contact center technologies.
Hey,
Apple will
end phone call.
by sending a notification.
Before we move on to connecting to devices and what to do when you have multiple Siri-enabled devices, please consider subscribing for more content like this or share with someone interested in HomePod. Now, on to connecting and streaming to your HomePod Mini. With Apple AirPlay, you can connect and stream audio from different devices and services to your HomePod Mini. First, the Mac. You can use HomePod Mini as a speaker for your Mac, whether it has built-in speakers like iMacs and MacBooks, or those that don't, like the Mac Mini or Mac Studio. To set HomePod as an audio output for your Mac, go into System Preferences, then select Sound, Output, and then select your HomePod from the list. If you have an Apple TV, you can use HomePod as the audio output instead of the TV speakers. Go into Settings, Video and Audio, Audio Output, then select your HomePod. Some apps don't yet have Siri support like Spotify or YouTube Music, but you can still stream music from either of those apps on your iOS device to HomePod. In Spotify, for example, after you launch the app and start playing a track or your favorite podcast, tap the speaker icon. Under Other Devices, tap on AirPlay, then select your HomePod from the list and enjoy. While you're listening to music, 2 taps on the top of HomePod can be used to skip to the next track, or 3 taps to go back. Now, what happens when you have multiple Siri-enabled devices and you say, "Hey"? According to Apple, Siri-enabled devices use Bluetooth to quickly communicate with each other and determine which one should respond to the request. Apple says that the device that responds is the one that heard you best or was recently raised or used. However, Apple says that HomePod will respond the most to Siri requests, even if other Siri-enabled devices are close by. If you wanted to use Siri to perform a specific task on a specific device, say your iPhone or iPod, you'd either need to wake the device, in my case an iPhone, and then say, "Hey," followed by the request. Set an alarm for 12:30.
I set your alarm
Or press the button that
12:30.
activates Siri, followed by the request. If you'd like to turn off Siri on a HomePod, simply say, "Hey, turn off Hey."
You'd like to turn off Hey Siri, right?
That's correct.
Okay, I've turned off Hey Siri.
Or go into the Home app, under Settings, and turn off Listen for Hey. When you want to turn Siri voice commands back on again, touch and hold the top of HomePod and say, "Turn on Hey." At time of recording in March 2022, HomePod Mini had 6 different status lights. The white spinning light indicates that HomePod Mini is either turning on or doing a software update. If the white light is pulsing, that indicates that HomePod Mini is playing audio. The multicolored spinning light indicates that Siri is listening. When you're on a call, or if a call has been transferred to HomePod Mini, you'll see a green pulsing light. An orange flashing light indicates that HomePod Mini is updating software while connected to a Mac, or that it's plugged into a power adapter that didn't come with HomePod Mini. And if you're seeing red, HomePod Mini isn't angry, it just indicates you're in the process of resetting the device. Those are just some of the basic things that you can do with HomePod Mini. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please consider sharing it, and please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love.